The excitement is electric, as eager tourists gather close eyes wide with wonder, waiting for the famous Vietnamese train to glide past the bustling shops and homes just inches away. It's like a thrilling dance between steel and everyday life. Who could resist such a spectacular sight? The long freight train rumbles forward, but suddenly some cars begin to tilt dangerously. What happens next is terrifying. The entire massive train sways and eventually tips over in a cascade of chaos, leaving everyone gasping at the sheer power of this disaster unfolding right before them. Their eyes. The wind lashes out with ferocity, darting toward the earth like a barrage of flying arrows. It's swift, violent, and unstoppable, tearing through the air with a force that shakes everything it touches. Can you feel the raw energy and danger lurking in that invisible storm? The sleek black car defies logic as it reverses on the highway, swaying wildly from side to side as if daring the world to challenge it. It's a nerve-wracking dance of control and chaos, leaving drivers around it stunned and terrified. How can anyone stay safe around such reckless behavior? The children's faces light up with pure joy and fascination as the train thunders closer. Their wide smiles and sparkling eyes tell a story of wonder and discovery. This moment, so simple yet so magical, will be etched in their memories forever. Clever and cunning, the cat slips into the trap only to outsmart it effortlessly and escape as if it had never been caught. Watching its sly moves, you can't help but admire the feline's mastery of freedom and wit, truly a small victory against the odds. The floodwaters surge violently, crashing against the rocky ledges of the mountain stream with thunderous force. Each splash echoes nature's raw power and relentless fury, a breathtaking display of unstoppable energy, carving its path through the wilderness. At the zoo, two bears play with the carefree innocence of children tumbling and chasing each other without a worry in the world. Their joyful antics remind us of the simple happiness found in friendship and freedom. Even behind bars, their spirits soar. Water is flooding every corner of the daycare, spreading rapidly and wildly. What could have caused such a chaotic scene in a place meant for care and safety? The mystery deepens as the little ones look on, oblivious to the unexpected indoor river flowing around them. Driven by fierce maternal instinct, the dairy cow fiercely butts the man desperate to protect her sick calf. The raw power of a mother's love is on full display as she demands her baby. Sunset paints the lake in a palette of fiery oranges and soft purples silhouetting the distant mountains in a breathtaking scene of tranquility. It's a perfect moment where nature's beauty quiet. The passenger bus is hopelessly stuck in deep sand while two heavy trucks strain to pull it free. Despite their power, the weight is too much. Metal groans and parts snap, leaving the bus stranded and the rescue effort hanging in a tense balance. The massive windmill lies broken, its towering structure crashing face first into the parched grass below. Once a symbol of strength and progress, now it rests defeated, a poignant reminder that even the mightiest can fall. What mysterious charm does the man possess that draws a group of donkeys to him like old friends? They nuzzle and follow him tenderly, as if sensing a kindness and connection deeper than words, an extraordinary bond between human and beast. Wrapped snugly in a scarf, a small black bat with huge round eyes savors a banana slice like a delighted child. The innocent delight in its tiny face is impossible to resist nature's most unexpected bundle of sweetness. Two young boys hand over their precious gifts to the garbage collector with tender care. In a heartwarming moment of gratitude and respect, they share a gentle embrace before the truck drives away, leaving behind a powerful message of kindness. The old man in a red jacket steps into the garden only to be attacked by a crocodile lurking nearby. But with quick reflexes, he fights back fiercely, and the beast retreats. A battle of courage and survival unfolds in the most unexpected place. Battling against the raging storm, the man clings desperately to a pole, refusing to be swept away. His determination to hold on against nature's fury is both inspiring and terrifying. How long can he resist the overwhelming force pushing him? A torrent of water gushes powerfully from the hydroelectric dam, roaring like a living beast unleashed. The sheer volume and force of this flow is both awe-inspiring and humbling nature's energy, harnessed yet still wild and magnificent. The speedboat races across the water, seemingly chasing a playful pod of dolphins. Their sleek bodies leap and glide ahead, teasing the boat in a mesmerizing aquatic chase that blends human thrill with oceanic grace. The diver immerses himself fully in the underwater world, swimming harmoniously among a school of dolphins. It's a breathtaking dance of trust and freedom beneath the waves, where man and nature share a fleeting moment of unity. The bear acts like an uninvited guest rummaging through the house until the homeowner's dog suddenly appears. At the sight of the dog, the bear flees swiftly, reminding us how even the wildest creatures respect the guardians of the home. The transparent chair withstands the man's fierce strike with surprising resilience. The moment captures strength meeting fragility. A powerful contrast, frozen in time, that leaves you questioning. The wild buffalo seems ready to fight the tiny puppy, snarling with challenge. Yet, when the vehicle approaches, it backs away, leaving behind a fleeting glimpse of wild instinct tempered by cautious survival.
The sea storm rages, winds howling and waves crashing as the anchored ship is tossed violently, water splashing onto the deck. Can you feel the power of nature at its most furious? How does it feel to witness something so uncontrollable? A force that can overwhelm even the largest of ships. The green tricycle loses control and begins spinning in circles on the road with people rushing to try and stop it. How does something so small get so out of hand? Can you feel the chaos and urgency in this moment? On a scorching hot day, the girl presses her hand against a large ice block. the coolness sending a rush of joy through her. Doesn't it feel like touching magic in the middle of a heat wave? How does something so simple make us feel like children again, savoring such rare moments? The tiny armadillo slowly approaches its toy, curling up its body and gently scratching at it, its shiny eyes gleaming with curiosity. Isn't it amazing how small creatures can captivate us with their innocence? What does it mean to witness such pure joy in the simplest of acts? Canoes are anchored in the rocky bay, but the waves keep slamming into them, tossing them like toys. How can something so small seem so fragile in the face of nature's power? What does it feel like to watch nature treat human creations as nothing more than playthings? The towering skyscraper suddenly collapses, sending a deafening crash through the air as dust and debris cloud the sky. Can you imagine the shock of watching such a powerful structure come down? How quickly does the world change when something solid and dependable crumbles? The wild black monitor lizard is panicking as it finds itself trapped inside a house, desperately clinging to the curtain, its tongue darting out in fear. How terrifying must it be to find yourself lost in an unfamiliar place? Man in Black shows off his impeccable skills by performing an intricate handkerchief dance on the street. How do such simple movements become so mesmerizing? Isn't it incredible how humans can turn even the most ordinary objects into extraordinary performances? The dog revels in the car wash machine, enjoying the swirling brushes on its back. Can you feel its excitement as it spins and twirls? How simple yet joyful it is when animals find happiness. A rope swings wildly from above its movements, sending shockwaves across the thin ice, causing it to crack and break apart. Can you feel the tension as the fragile ice trembles beneath us? How easily can nature disrupt everything we thought was stable? Parabolic dishes are lined up neatly on the barren, sun-scorched land, casting clear shadows in the dry heat. Isn't it fascinating how human ingenuity can carve out beauty in such desolate places? What's the story behind these silent sentinels standing tall in the midst of nothingness? The large truck accidentally collides with a parked black car, causing visible damage to both. Can you feel the shock of the impact in the air? How fragile are the things we depend on when a single moment can change everything? The luxury yacht moves slowly and gracefully to avoid crashing into a nearby massive ship. How does it feel to navigate the sea with such precision? What skills must the captain possess to maneuver a vessel so delicately in a crowded sea? The black car is parked in the area where the forklift is working, and the driver carefully lifts the car to move it to a safer spot. How fascinating is it to watch such heavy machinery perform these delicate tasks? What happens behind the scenes of every operation? The massive, heavy-duty ship crushes smaller boats beneath its immense weight, unstoppable as it moves forward. Can you imagine the power of such a giant vessel? How helpless do the smaller boats seem in comparison to its overwhelming might? These toy-like cars perform intricate jumps and spins on the streets, showcasing their design and power. How amazing is it that something so small can perform such complex feats? What does it feel like to watch tiny machines take on big challenges? With the large fan attached to the back, the boat is able to navigate even the strongest current. How incredible is it to witness technology bend the forces of nature to its will? What does it feel like to see a boat glide effortlessly upstream? Tall trees are blown over by the powerful winds blocking the road and forcing the car to reverse. Can you imagine the power of that wind as it topples trees? How do we continue on when nature's force takes over the path before us? Like a tiny island drifting on the ocean, a small boat floats beneath towering icy mountains. Can you feel the overwhelming vastness of the ocean and sky? How does it feel to be so small in the face of such immense natural beauty? This man teases the strong ram with its firm, thick horns, but the ram charges back, knocking him to the ground. How does it feel to challenge an animal so powerful? What happens when nature decides to fight back against human bravado? The brave man handles the car engine's malfunctioning gears with an expert touch, only to have the gear fly off mid-operation, sparking wildly. How dangerous and exhilarating is it to work with machines that refuse to cooperate? Can you feel the thrill of risk and danger? In every second. The wild weasel is lured into a trap, but using its cunning nature easily escapes without harm. How incredible is it to see such intelligence in the wild? What does it take for an animal to outwit the traps set by humans? They've creatively used an old worn-out car to transport huge pipes, transforming it into an unlikely workhorse. Isn't it amazing how human innovation can turn the old into something useful? How do people find new life in the most unexpected things? Golden streetlights flicker and shine brightly, only to be battered by crashing waves in the storm. How does it feel to see man-made structures challenged by the raw force of nature? What does it take to stand firm when nature strikes with such force? The race car driver skillfully navigates around the gas station, showing off his precise control before fueling up. How exhilarating must it be to take on such sharp turns at high speed? What does it take to stay in control when every second counts? Thank you so much for watching until the end. Were you amazed by these incredible moments? Stay tuned for more breathtaking footage, as there's always more to explore in the wild, unpredictable world we live in.
Let's dive in. The fierce storm unleashed its full fury, ripping the roof off a house in seconds. It was as if the wind had hands strong enough to tear apart the very shelter itself. Watching this destruction unfold so quickly is both terrifying and mesmerizing. Nature's power knows no mercy. In a perfectly synchronized spectacle, two massive Boeing jets touched down simultaneously on the runway, as if rehearsed for a grand show. The precision and timing are so flawless, it feels choreographed, leaving everyone breathless in awe of human skill and coordination. The roaring propeller engine of the jet blasted waves into wild sprays across the ocean's surface. Its monstrous power churned the water like a furious beast, showing the raw energy hidden beneath aviation's sleek exterior. You can almost feel the force just by watching. The female long jumper's quirky starting stance caught everyone's attention. Her unique way of building momentum seems playful, almost like a secret dance before the leap. It's a reminder that athletic grace often comes wrapped in A massive explosion erupted on the sea, sending a gigantic plume of water and smoke shooting skyward like a detonated bomb. The sheer magnitude of the blast stunned all onlookers. Was it nature's fury or man's power unleashed in a single thunderous moment? Calm and steady, the herd of deer crossed the highway in perfect order, with the lead and rear stags guarding their family. Their composed march amidst the chaos of traffic reveals nature's quiet strength and the instinctive bonds of protection. The mountain bursts into a kaleidoscope of colors with lush vegetation in every hue imaginable. This vibrant mosaic of life transforms the rocky peak into a living painting, dazzling the eyes and stirring the soul with its natural brilliance. Hailstones rained relentlessly, blanketing the yard in a thick, white layer of icy stones. The sudden onslaught from the sky turns a peaceful garden into a frozen battlefield, a chilling reminder of nature's unpredictable temperament. The diver in his bright blue suit plays joyfully beneath the waves with a friendly seal. Their lively interaction showcases a beautiful bond between human and marine life. A magical moment of shared curiosity and trust in the vast ocean world. Torrential floodwaters surged violently, ripping away soil and rocks near a house. The relentless current undermined the foundation, dragging the entire structure into the raging river below, a heartbreaking scene of nature's destructive might against human homes. Lightning bolts flashed wildly across the airport sky, illuminating the darkness in brilliant bursts. The relentless storm turns the airfield into a dramatic light show, an electrifying dance between earth and sky that's as beautiful as it is dangerous. Divers gaze in awe as the massive whale shark opens its huge mouth wide. This gentle giant's majestic presence beneath the waves inspires wonder and respect, proof of the ocean's vast mystery. Winter's icy grip froze the gas pump nozzle tight inside the car's tank, making it impossible to withdraw. This chilling scene captures the in everyday life. The flowing river shattered the fragile ice layer beneath it, breaking it into countless jagged pieces. Watching the ice crack and scatter is mesmerizing, a vivid The blazing fire's power launched a massive boiler skyward, sending it hurtling through the air like a fiery comet. This explosive force is a terrifying spectacle, where man-made machines meet the uncontrollable rage of flame. With expert skill, the mechanic effortlessly lifted the heavy tire.
It seems like before doing this job,
his
he was an excellent basketball
make
player.
The tough task look easy. True craftsmanship turning hard work into smooth efficiency.
Is this a UFO? Oh no, don't forget to tie your tent ropes.
Two cars spun in perfect synchronization, weaving dazzling LED light strands around a Christmas tree. Their precise dance of movement and light transforms the festive setup into a captivating spectacle. Full of holiday magic. Deep in the blue ocean, a school of fish swirl together in a mesmerizing vortex. This natural underwater whirlpool is like a living spiral, a stunning display of coordinated life, moving in perfect. Wisps of clouds curled gracefully around the mountain's base, flowing like soft waves across the landscape. This delicate ballet of mist and air creates a serene and almost dreamlike scene beneath the towering peaks.
Let's see how people clear snow at an airport in China.
Two bears leap rhythmically through the water, moving with surprising coordination, as if performing a choreographed dance. Their playful energy and grace make this natural spectacle feel like a captivating